Hey, number 7. Just thought I'd show you number 7 in the sunlight here. That's a really cool car. That's shellac finish. Yes, it is. So, that's not what it's about. It's about the neck here. The neck is here for number 7, and I had a lot of trouble with this. I've already redressed these frets because they were sticking out. That's what's going on here. This darn ebony here is shrinking. Maybe the whole thing is, but they can feel them sticking out. Again, I did this about a month ago. But I thought it was dry enough, but it wasn't. Well, it is now. I had it over the heater there. I just did a moisture meter reading here. I actually have this set up so I can. Oops. Yep. So let me put this in the tripod here, just for a few seconds. I want to show something here. How important this is to do this moisture thing. Nobody ever talks about this. When you ask them what the moisture reader is, they go, "Oh, it's 51% in a room." Well, I guess so. Anyway. This, I'm going to take a reading of this neck right now. Like that. So I did this before, so there's holes there already. But if you poke this and turn this on, look at that, it's at 3%. Now, the likeliness of this going below that or approaching this dryness is not likely in the field, like in a house somewhere, unless they put it by a wood stove, like I just did, a heater. Now what's this? Here's a piece of poplar. This just came from outside. Look at that, I can just drive these right in there without the hammer to soft that wood. That's poplar, pretty sure. It could be willow, but most likely poplar. It's from the 1920s. Here we go. Look at that. That's what my firewood is at home. Inside a shed, nice and dry. This is all old piano wood that we unglued. Here's a piece of cherry that I took a moisture reading here home a couple of weeks ago again. And it had also came from outside. I remember this piece, and it was up around 12-14%. So let's see what it is right now. Oh, geez, below 7. That was just in the room close to the floor over here on a table. So up on the ceiling with the heater, it's drier, no doubt about it. It's just a piece of maple here. This is pretty hard stuff. I got poking holes here already. There, I'll see what it is. Yep, way up. 12, 13. You have to make sure that these prongs, sensors are in there deep enough. Yep, look at that. 13%. Pretty accurate. That's hard maple. Real hard. So that's what I'm going to do. Put that together now, and then put that guitar back in action. Oh, I got the fan turning in the background, my exhaust fan. Well, hopefully, with these videos, if somebody would want one of these someday, these little videos here, some not so little, could explain a lot. What I'm going to do now is just show you what I've been up to. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to put the finish on that guitar over there. What a story that one is. Anyways, first we get this out of the way. This is the one I've been working on the other day. Can you see this here? Yeah, that neck, that nut, a brand new nut, ebony nut, and fretboard. I finally got these to stay put. It is extremely dry in here, and they are now very flush with the surface. Thank God. And another question, what we do? Well, this is raw linseed oil on here. It's least offensive, or doesn't have any presence except it holds moisture. That's why we painted ladders with it. If you ever painted a wooden ladder with linseed oil, oh boy, that takes a long time, and that's very boring. Well, here's number 10. I just, put some linseed oil on there a while ago. This is what it looks like. It dries flat like this, which is really, really good for the wood. Huh. Wonder why. Anyways, that's why they paint ladders with it. What is it? Hydro? Yeah, hydroscopic. It holds moisture, steadies the moisture. Most old wooden ladders. Oh boy. Well, this is not what this is about. Whoops! I just dropped my nut, fell off of here. What this is about is putting the finish on that soundboard right there. But see that little thing right there? If you're going to be doing a French polish on a case like that, or even sanding the soundboard, or anything, that's what we do, what I do. It's easy to make one of those. It takes only a few minutes. Here's one here for number 7. It's a couple of years old, 3 years old, this thing. And I pull it out when I have to do a repair on it. Like we've done that one several times, fixing it up. It's troublesome. Anyways, what happens here is, let me put the camera a little closer, because I'll stop there. Plop it there, little foam protection. Let me put a thing here. Little rubber deals. Wedge it against these pegs here. And we have one for the back. One for the sides. Like so. And that holds it steady. Without too much trouble. Without too fancy a process. It could be a little more sophisticated, a little bit better wedges. See? Got one on all sides. So I can pick this up, I can move it around without damaging the finish. And it stays put, because the friction from the cloth really cause troubles if you don't have this stay put. Alright, so I'm just about ready to do this. I'm going to stop. I'll explain a few things in the next video here. Why I'm doing it over. This is the second time. Oh, troubles. I had troubles. This one here, Blue 7, is ready to pumice stone. I'm going to pumice stone this. It's getting good and hard now. For a couple days, and it really hardens hard. This has got the silica in it. Oh yeah. So let's do it. I think I'm ready for this. This is Blue 7. I shellac this, and I'm getting ready to do this over here with that one right now. But I thought I'd show this. Take a couple seconds. This is shellac and silica. And I just rubbed it out. And I rubbed it out with pumice stone. So I'll show you how I do that. No, I don't sprinkle the pumice on the cloth. I did that. I sprinkle it on the surface, that too. But what I found works best for me, oops, is this. Take a bucket, pail, throw some of your pumice in the bottom here, see? Dump some of it in there, make a slurry. Oh, that works good. And then I have a cloth here, nice clean cloth, and you just dip it in here like so, into that slurry. Get it wet. And then just rub it. And that's how you get this finish. That is a medium rub effect. That's what they called it. That's what the guy I learned from, that's what he called it. Oh, you want a medium rub effect on there. So we medium rubbed everything. So this is how we did it. We dip this in this slurry, nice clean cloth, make a French polishing cloth out of it again, you know, so it's not all raggedy. Dip it in the moisture there on the side. And then we just rub this. Can you see this in there? Not too bad. You can hear it. See, it disperses the abrasive very evenly and all over the place. Nice in the cloth with the water. And I'm pressing pretty hard because I want to abrade the surface. See, here's some here that wasn't touched. Doesn't look so good. So here, we'll rub it like this. Yes, and you can rub it X-wise. You can X it like that to get right in that corner. You can go like so and finish up like this. The silica in the finish makes this possible, which I will demonstrate again someday when I do a side. I don't use it on the soundboards. Oh, no. I never did. I don't know what it would do. Probably nothing. Might make it better. But I don't have to do that. I'll stick with the tradition. Just French polish. That's what this is. French polished method. Put on by the French polish method like this. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Over the top. From end to end. Without crossing. There we go. Nice and even. Nice and even. There, turn the crag over. So that's how I put these finishes on the back and on the sides and on the neck of these things that we do. Ah, yes, looking nice now. Starting to shine good. Beautiful. Shine. High polish shine. Doesn't have any thing like this in it. This has a billion scratches going in one direction, it seems. But to the eye, the surface looks pretty smooth. This is a dry cloth with a little sprinkle of moisture, so it doesn't get friction heat, and it does. It's just also using a little bit of abrasive that's left on the surface to just add that little final look and to get the abrasive off of here, like so. You know, don't go in circles, don't go sideways, go as straight as you possibly can, like so. Rub in there, rub and rub. In fact, if you rub a little bit of moisture, see, like so, the cloth will absorb the moisture right up, and then polish it. The friction, you can feel the heat. Well, not the heat, but you can feel the drag. You can't feel the heat. No. There. And you can do that a little more, with just the abrasive that you have in the cloth. It needs a little more right here. I can see it. in the light. It's just not abraded enough. If it's more of that stuff on here, you can hear it cutting. Like so. And then do this. Again, just even up the surface in the light. I can see the reflection in the light. Very even, very nice. And if you have any thin spots in your finish, this is when it'll certainly show up. So there we have it. I did this side already over here. I didn't do the bottom yet, but pretty much. I did this side already, like so, and that's what it looks like. If you want a high polish, well, you have to work a little harder. See, I didn't do any here. Over here I did. The shine in the light, you can see the refraction of the light. The sharper your light is, the better your rub seems to be. Well, this is what I'm doing over here. Okay? Take a few seconds to show this. I suppose it could be a whole different video, but this happens so fast. Might as well do it now. We'll get rid of this, this, and this. I'll need this later. Put it over here. And this over here like so. All right, how's our vision? Oh, pretty good. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. You can see pretty good there. Suit up. I want it on my hands right now, even though it doesn't kill you so fast, or I'd be dead now. That's for sure. All right, we got our nice little cloth here. We got our maple syrup. That goes in here. Not much, about that much. And we have some alcohol. A lot of it. Come on, fingers are so stiff. Yeah, about that much. That's plenty. It's not really very critical, you know. Get this a little closer. There we go. Oh yeah, I showed this before. Don't fool around here. Just put some on here. Get it on it wet. Enough to stay wet for the whole application. This is the second time I do this. I explained earlier. I had something go wrong with some kind of surface contamination here. There was a discoloration in the surface after I was done. I'm going to do a couple more. There's a little bit more of this, kind of skinny. Here we go. Good. Pretty wet over here too. Got to watch that. You drag that rosewood color onto the rosewood dust onto your spruce. You'll have troubles. There. I'll leave that dry for a while. Put this here, put it in a baggie after, and then I'll do it again. Okay, Blue 7 again. I've been working on Blue 7. And number 10 in between. There's number 10 there. But this one here, I did the finish, last year. This Blue 7. And right now, I'm going to just abrade this a little bit with rotten stone, this stuff here. That thing's lasted me, I don't know, 10 years. But this is what I do. Take a nice clean cloth, Actually, this cloth here I used before. Need that there. Put this up here. If I can do it without dropping it. There. Lower this down. I don't have an assistant and I don't have a recording studio, but this is very awkward to do. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this cloth. This is what I do every time. A little bit of water. It's a dry cotton cloth. And you take this stuff here and you go right in there like that. Maybe a couple of times. There we go. And then polish this up. It's a little too much, but that's okay. Spread it around like so. What this does, this is where you get your high polish from. Super gloss with no wax or anything else. It's just powdered slate. Turn the cloth over to a pretty dry spot like this, and then just buff it, just like you were French polishing. Takes off all the little scratches, fingerprints, and it does not remove very much finish. Oh, it's getting a little dry. Put a little water here, like so. Just buff it quickly. There. I don't do the sides. I do the sides with pumice. Blue 7. This Blue 7's got a long story. Seems to be the subject of prototypical behavior. Everything I wanted to try, I tried out on this one. So, it ended up being more advanced than some of the later ones because we made changes to them. There. Got to get this nice and clean, nice and dry. Let's see, there we go. I don't know if you can see that in this thing. Yeah. There's where you get your high polish, see? But you have to have enough material on here to do this. There's no silica in this. Just shellac. And there we have it. Isn't that nice? Wow. I don't know if you can see that in there. Yeah, it's hard with these lights. Here's the sides. If I hit this with the rotten stone, I'll end up doing a high polish on this side, and I don't really want to do that. You can see it shines it up more. I'm supposed to got to use pumice stone on the sides, not rotten stone. It would be hard to polish this surface up with rotten stone right now because I pumice stoned it, so the surface is a little rough. You'd have to work really hard to get that right. Okay, leave this one aside. What I want to do is get this one like this. See, you can see the difference. This one's nice and full, nice and shiny, but that one is not. Okay. Okay. I put that number 7 away. Number 10, well, I'm going to do that one now, but not right this minute. I'm going to lock it in place on my little board here. And see how that holds up nice, that silica? Anyways, put it in my little, I call it the retainer. And we'll wedge it in and then do it. Sunday morning. Okay. This is blue 7. That's number 10 over there. I repolished that surface, but I'm going to do that again. That's the first application. One application. People call them coats. I call them apps. Okay, here's the blue one I just finished. And we're going to take a look at that here. First of all, these rags I have here. You know, these are special. Everybody doesn't think about their rags, but that's like my special sable hair paintbrush, you know. These are fluffy and nice. I put them in the wash. They've been washed maybe 5, 6 times, and I guess eventually they don't seem to fall apart, but they're just so fluffy and absorbent. That's what you want. And how do I do that? Oh, you wash it with this household drain cleaner, 100% lye, caustic soda. Anyways, I take a whole one of these and I dump it in the washing machine with a cup of Tide. And sometimes I have to rinse them twice, but they come out like that. These little stiff old French polishing rags. Over and over again. But anyways, this is what I wanted to show here. What is it? Can you see that? This is one of my favorite. Beautiful blue 7. It's a really weird color. It's a shellac finish, you know. And when you look at it, on the edge, it's black, it gets dark. But as you get directly on, you see the thin part of the finish. And it shows it's translucent. It's got that effect. It's really cool. Anyways, this one was done quite a while ago. You can see the shrinkage marks in it now, come winter. But if you sand those down with a block of wood and repolish it, that will not show again next year. It's really bizarre. But anyways, I'm not going to do this one. I'm going to do this one. Here. Number 10. And this is what you end up with one of these Blais guitars. Here. Look at that rosewood, huh? Everything in here is 1868. This is some old wood. Isn't that beautiful wood? The whole piano looked like that. It was a Chickering, scale 19, Chickering Grand. Anyways, I'm going to sand that down with water and a rubber block, this one, black paper, 600 paper, right on here like this, and a rubber block. And that's what I'm going to do. Just skim it, just scuff it. You don't have to wear the finish off. It's already been applied. And this is the pretty finish. This is the finish. So I'm going to stop now and, turn it back on when I'm ready. We'll see. Well, I said I was going to sand it. And here I am sanding it just like this. Water. Yes, water, black paper, rubber blocks so you don't take your edges off. Right? There. Wipe it off. And that'll be good enough to polish up again. Which I will do momentarily as soon as this is dry. What do we got here? Looks pretty good. I had a couple little bumps in here, like little lump of finish that came off the edge of my jar. You gotta watch that. You gotta have all cleanliness when you do this final pretty finish, I call it. Prettying it up. There, okay, leave that dry. That would be good enough. I got plenty of material on here already. I just want to smoothen it out and that'll be done with it. Okay.